Hi again, and welcome back to Glowing Card Sports. We're back here for the Week 14 picks against the spread, and the numbers I'm going to get straight off of Bet ESPN app. So we're going to take a look at every game coming up this week, starting with the Thursday night game. That would be the Steelers and Patriots. The Steelers are favored by 6. Now, looking at what I have accomplished over the last 2 weeks and kind of trying to sort out, what I did wrong over the last, 2 weeks. I should be taking more teams with the that are given points. I think we'll see. That being said, there are still certain teams and certain games that they're just going to match up, and that line is, I mean, really, I think the Steelers, they could put the Steelers at like plus 10 or minus 10. And they have them at minus 6. So the Steelers are favored by 6 over the Patriots. The Patriots are just not good. So I'm going to take the Steelers minus 6, even though I was just saying that I should take more of the overs, people getting points. But there's still certain teams that are too good and other teams that are too bad for me to do that. And this is one of those. It would make it more difficult if the Steelers were favored by 10 or 14 or something like that. That could be a more difficult decision. I'd probably take the Patriots if that were the case. 14-10 would be a lot harder because I think that's about where the Steelers are going to end up in winning this game. I'm not going to give any scores except for maybe the Broncos game. And later on in the week, I reserve the right to maybe present a score today, but again, later in the week, I'll do the Broncos Texans matchup and my thoughts there. And this upcoming week, actually, I think I already did that versus the Chargers. So be sure to check out that video. And I don't remember what I called for the score, so I'm going to give you another score today. And if I didn't do that, I will put that video out. Man, memory getting old. So the memory is just not as good as it used to be. Anyway, getting sidetracked. Let's refocus. So we did the Patriots Steelers. I'm taking the Steelers by 6. The next game I have is the Rams Ravens game. And the Rams aren't bad. The Ravens are good. Ravens have the 1 seed currently in the AFC for the playoffs, but I don't think they're done losing games just yet. Not that this will be a loss, but they're favored by 7, and that's a lot. I'm going to go ahead and take the Rams plus 7 on that one. I think that's an easier call with a bigger point spread like that. So yeah, we'll go Rams plus 7. Then we have the Buccaneers and the Falcons. 2 pretty evenly matched teams, both NFC South teams as well. This should be pretty much a shootout. Falcons are at home. This is kind of a coin toss, but I'm going to take the points. Give me the Bucks plus 2.5. Then we'll move on to Panthers Saints. Again, talking about teams that just are bad. Saints aren't great, but the Panthers are atrocious. They are just bad. Saints are favored by 4.5. I'm going to take the Saints minus 4.5 on that one. Some of those I think are pretty easy calls. Now, here's probably the matchup and the toughest game to call of the week. The Colts-Bengals. It's a toss-up pretty much. The Colts are favored by 1 over the Bengals. Again, I think it favors the team if you just get them and the points, because all they have to do is win, or even if they lose by just 1, you still get it. So, yeah, Bengals +1, pretty well. It's not an easy call, but it's a little bit of an advantage, I think, to take the point, if and when given. So, yeah, it is what it is. That's what I say. So yeah, we'll take the Bengals +1. The next one up is an NFC North clash. We got the Lions at the Bears. Bears are at home. Lions are favored by -3. Again, there are teams that are too good, and the Bears aren't great. They're not bad, but it's not a huge spread. I mean, it's not like the Lions are favored by 10. So this time, I'm going to kind of go against, again, getting the points. I'm going to go the Lions -3 on that one. That might be a sticker. Maybe I should take the Bears to win outright in that. Nah, no. Lions -3, done. Taking them. So now we're going to go on to the Houston Texans at the New York Jets. And the Jets seem to somehow have improved to 4-8. They're still really bad. But after watching the Denver Broncos Texans last week, Denver really should have won that game. There's several different key points, but every single play and penalty and everything matters. So combined, all the little things added up to go against Denver in that game. Any one of those changes, Denver wins that game. But I had a great look at the Houston Texans and how tough they are, how well they play against opponents. Texans are favored by 5.5, even at New York. So that should tell you something. I'm going to take the Texans -5.5 on that one. Again, if it were 8 or 10, probably have to take the Jets in that, but 5.5 is not enough. So these are all kind of closer point totals this go round. The next one we have is Jags Browns. Browns are favored by 3. Pretty evenly matched. I think I want the points, so give me the Jags +3 on that one, and I'll take that. So then we go to Vikings at Raiders. The Raiders are not as good as I thought they were, but neither are the Vikings. Vikings, I think, at one point were 6-3, and they must have lost 3 straight, because they're now 6-6. So that kind of tells me the direction they're headed. The Raiders are at home, and you get 3 points with the Raiders. I'm going to take the discount, and I'm going to go Raiders +3 on that. Hopefully the Vikings still pull out a win, but they just edge them by 1 or 2. Anyway, yeah, Raiders +3. Here's one that's a little tougher. Did I not put this one in? I tried to pregame this as I'm moving through this, being this first year I'm doing this kind of a thing. I wasn't sure what I would need to do or how everything worked. So you can see I've got the lighting better, new glasses, new haircut, shave, looking good for you guys. Channel's looking better. Gonna get a logo and banner, which should be up fairly soon. Just talking with the guy designing it today. It looks good, so I'll have that up within the next couple of days for you guys. And I think everything is coming together. So I'm hoping you guys are enjoying these videos more and more. And let me know how you guys do on your picks. I mean, you use the same numbers I'm using, and you know, just tell me, hey, you missed the call for the Raiders, or you missed, you know, whatever game, you don't know what you're talking about, or I love your call on this, I totally agree with you. You know, just leave me a comment, like, share, all that stuff. Where was I? I didn't put this one in. Seahawks 49ers. And the Niners are favored by 10.5. They're at home. And they just put a whooping on the Eagles. I mean, they beat them by 20. So that could be accurate, 10.5. But I just cannot. I can't do it on this one. I'm going to take the Seahawks plus 10.5 on that one. They might lose by 30. Who knows? The Niners seem like they're hitting their stride, but that's why they play the game, and each week is different. I thought the Broncos would win. The Broncos came out and laid an egg, played flat on offense, and just didn't do well. So there you go. Seahawks plus 10.5, and I'll be sure to get that in because for some reason I didn't put it in there. Here's another one that's going to be an interesting and probably difficult call. We got the Buffalo Bills at the Kansas City Chiefs this week. Seeing how the Chiefs did pretty much what I thought they were going to do versus the Packers last week. I thought the Pack were going to win that outright. I don't have any doubts about that. Kind of feel the same way about the Bills beating the Chiefs. The Bills are going to beat the Chiefs outright, so give me the Bills plus 2.5. Pretty easy call there, I think. And then the Broncos at the Chargers. The Chargers are favored by 3. Give me the Broncos. Broncos plus 3 on that one. That's an easy call. I don't know what these guys are looking at. Although I said that last week about the Texans, and I thought that was an easy call there. But I think this one's an easier one. Watching the Chargers put up just 6 points against the Patriots. The Patriots suck. They're not good at all, and they only managed to score 6. They did shut them out, but again, the Patriots suck. They are horrible on both sides of the ball. There's nothing there, and you only managed to win by 6. So I know they're on the road. I get all of that. So still taking the Broncos plus 3 there. I think that one is somewhat of an easy call. This one I did not put in on purpose, and I may come back to this one. I got Eagles Cowboys. Cowboys are favored by 3.5. Actually, I think I know already how I want to do this one because the Cowboys are not very good. Or excuse me, scratch that. They are good. The Eagles didn't look very good against the Niners last week, and the Cowboys are good at putting up a lot of points. So I think that what will happen this time is that the Cowboys will manage to put up more and more points. So I'd imagine that just like last week, you're going to see a pretty big point difference in this game, and you're going to see the Cowboys win this fairly easily. I want to say probably by 10 to 14 points. So Cowboys minus 3.5. I'll take that. Excuse me. And then we have the Titans at the Dolphins. Dolphins are favored by 13. It's too many points to give up. I can't. Um, I can't. I can't do it. I'm gonna have to take the Titans plus 13 on this one. That's just too many points to overcome or give up. So, and what if Tennessee just wins that outright? I mean, I'm taking Tennessee plus 13. Give it to me. Now here, this actually might be the tougher game to call. Packers at the New York Giants. And the reason why this one might be more difficult to call is the Packers are favored by 6.5. I think they nailed that point total. Packers probably win this one by 3 or 7. And which way do you go on that? Giants are at home. Packers have been playing so well lately. They have a chance to go over 500, and they have a run at the playoffs. I think they might play lights out versus the Giants. Do they win by 6.5 or 7? That's really the question. This, I think, is a coin toss. I think this is going to be difficult to pick. I'm going to go. You know what? I'm going to go with the points. I'm going to take the Giants plus 6.5 on that one. Yeah, and that is it for this week. Looking at the point total, I'll go back in and make sure I have that I took the Cowboys at minus 3.5. I actually initially picked Packers at 6.5, so I'll make sure I change that to the Giants plus 6.5. And yeah, can't believe I didn't get the Vikings Raiders in there. Oh, I did get the Vikings Raiders. Seahawks Niners. That's the one I didn't get. Seahawks 10.5. Yep, that's right. Okay, I got it all. Short-term memory is not too bad. All right, guys. Thanks for joining me for another week of pick'ems. Let me know how you think I did, what my overall record might be for this week. And the overall record right now, I have a half game loss or a full game loss. It's 14 correct picks or wins versus 15 losses. So we'll see how we do this week. All right. Thank you for joining me again on Glowing Card Sports. And as always, be good to each other.